Hello good people, and welcome back to the office. It is Tuesday the 9th of December. You will be seeing this on the 16th. I've just had a avalanche over there. Fantastic. I've done my walk this morning. I've come in and I've edited yesterday's video, so you would have seen that one yesterday if you tuned into it. What has happened since yesterday? The pens have arrived. The question wheel has been filled in. However, I went a little bit close to the middle, so now the middle bit doesn't really fit. But that is okay. We will work forward with that. Maybe I'll cut down the middle section so it's a little bit smaller in its diameter. But there we are. This item has sold and needs to go out on Vinted. I've printed the code there. I started going through the K-pop stuff last night and I got bored, so it is still just sprawled all over the place. A little bit of an annoying thing, a lot of these items have been opened and they've taken some of the stuff out, I guess, to sell separately. So for example, this box set here is like pretty much complete. However, in here there would have been some photo cards of the band, so the BTS photo cards of the band members, which are not in there. I have a lot of loose images, but it takes time to work out what cards go with which one. So some of the sets I've been able to put back together so far, but like you can see, I just have cards and photo cards everywhere. Like I had a brand new one of these and it had all 12 photos still sealed with it. Actually, I can show you, it's over here. This brand new here, this goes for about £140, but the other one, as you can see, is open and only has one card with it. So it is what it is. I'm going through it, I'm working out what I've got. Are we going to be in the money? I definitely think so. I think we'll at least double up on this lot. But as of right now, I'm keeping my hopes just a little bit lower than I had previously, just because there's a lot of stuff that's actually opened that I thought was new. It seems to me like whoever owned this lot would open them, get the cards out. I suppose there was rare photo cards in some of the sets and they were being sold off individually. So yeah, so a lot of these, they are open. Most of them are complete, to be fair. Some of them have stuff that's been taken out and stored elsewhere, so I am finding little bits for each set all around the place, but it's just taken a lot longer than I was expecting. So all of the new stuff that's sealed, I've dealt with. It's been put on the shelves around the office. But then we have this stuff here, which is like, I just need to double check that it is complete. These things didn't come with photos, I don't think, so they should be okay. This here is like really dirty, so I need to work out if I can clean it in some sort of way, this booklet down here. And again, we just have odd photo cards and stuff. But don't get me wrong, some of these photo cards I've looked up and they're worth like 30, 50, £100, like some of them. It's mental. So there's definitely money there. Right, this video is rendering out. I did 22 parcels yesterday. I have 23 left to go. However, I don't need to do all of them today. I only need to do December the 10th, which is tomorrow, and that is 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18 lots I need to do today, and most of them are the jazz mags, because that one person bought 5 sets. So we're going to do that today. We're going to do some parcels. In yesterday's video, which ended up being like an hour long, we did parcel picking and packing as well. So that was a long video yesterday. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed it. Obviously I don't know yet if you guys enjoyed it because it's not gone out yet for another 6 days for me. But this row is clear. Hallelujah. This row is now not clear. But it is what it is. I'm working on it, I'm getting through it, and hopefully by the end of today I'm going to crack on with this video. I'm going to pull my orders, I'm going to pack them, and then this is all I'm going to work on today for the rest of the day, and then this stuff will all get sent off to my lister and hopefully they can crack on and get some of this up before Christmas. I'm not expecting any of it to sell before Christmas now. It's kind of too late, to be honest. A lot of this stuff will probably end up going GSP around the world eventually. It's just too late for that now. But you never know, K-pop is getting more popular in the UK, so maybe a few people will pick some stuff up for Christmas before the deadline, the cutoff for shipments and stuff. I'm not sure. But having said that, I'm going to pick my orders. Let's go. Okay, so let's crack on with these orders. First one up, we have the Sanyo CRT on the Tesla shelf. Once we've got this down, I might as well spin that wheel for the first time, get a question, see what we land on, and hopefully it's a good question. I think I filled out the entire wheel. Right, it said on the Tesla shelf, right, which is hidden behind my trolley of rubbish. There is the TV. So this is a smaller one, so this shouldn't be too difficult to dispatch. Right, I'm make sure that it's not being dropped, of course. Right, I have it. You can't see that I have it because, okay, the cable has been caught on the croquet set. We'll put that there for now. I don't even know what this sold for. What did this sell for? 43, so nothing massive. Right, first spin of the wheel here. It has been completely filled up. I've got the people's names on here as well, who asked the questions. So here we go. First spin. What is the question going to be? Okay, so Barry Withers 1899, what percentage do you promote at? So when the promotions first started, the minimum you could do was just 1%, I think. So what is going on with my, hang on, there we go. The minimum was 1%, so in my mind I just did 2% on everything because I was then 1% above the minimum. So everyone, I would say 90% of people probably who do promotions promote at the minimal amount. So I just did 2% to stay above them, and then hopefully I would be promoted above everyone. About a year later, they changed the rules, so the minimum had to be 2%. So I just upped my percent to 3% across the board. And that was doing really well until about mid last year, to where they did some tweaks to promotions and how they worked and stuff. 3% basically become useless at that point, so I upped my percent to 5% across the board, which it's still at today. I just 5%, and now about 6 months ago to a year ago, that could have been questionable. People would have been like, why don't you wait a week and then promote something, give it time to sell maybe without promotions, which makes sense. However, now they've updated the way promotions work again recently, to the point where basically everything, whether it's on promotion from the start or not, is gonna have a promotional fee on it, just because of the way that they do it now. So for me to work out, I'm going to leave it for a week and then I'm going to put promotion on, it's just not worth my time. I just 5% everything, and I just come to the point now where I look at it as 99% of the time I'm going to be charged that 5%, and that's just something that I've calculated into my business at this point as a fee. Do I wish that fee wasn't there and you know, things sold without promotions? Of course, but that's just the way the world works, unfortunately, with eBay, which again is a massive reason why you should be using Crosslist.com to move stuff onto Vinted, because there's no fees over there, obviously, until your business, or until you have to upgrade your account. But for most people that watch these videos, you won't ever have to be a business on Vinted, so it's going to be free. Which I presume you'd be free on eBay as well at that point, so I guess that doesn't make much sense. But yeah, so why not spread your listings everywhere by doing that? So yeah, that was that question. What percent do you promote at? And the answer currently is 5%. If that ever changes, I will update you guys. on that. Right, we've only picked one order, so awaiting dispatch. Let's go back to our orders. Right, on the map shelf for £92, we have a Math Moss lava lamp. Somewhere. I think it's in 2 pieces, if I remember, because I had to take it apart. Is it in there? Where are you? There, it's right in front of my nose. Literally right in front of my nose. It's not in 2 pieces, actually. Right. There's the base. The biscuit base. It's all working and everything, so that's good. £92 on that. I need to give it a little bit of clean. Right, then we have to pick the order of the jazz magazines. I'm going to make a little bit of a gap here because I want to stack them separately so I know what one goes in what box. These are very heavy, so they are going to have to ship separately. There we are. 5 whole sets. So these sold for £25 each. That's £125 plus the other set that sold for £25, so that's £150 on those. Right, bucket C. Apparently there's a little Maggie something in here for a chess set. Lisa Simpson, that's probably it. ×3. Now, did I sell 3? Or did they buy 1? Yeah, they bought 3. Okay, so that sold for £7.68. Then I have a Paul and Shark jacket on the rail shelf. I saw this the other day. It's on the bottom, I think. Down here somewhere. Paul and Shark. Is this it? No, that's Bugatti. There we are, Paul and Shark. This sold for 40. That's nice. Can go there. And then I think I've only got one more. Oh no, I've got a couple more things. I got a couple more things. Jesus, a couple more things. I thought that was it. That was not it. Right, Kelvin's bundle is up here. Sorry about that, we ran out of battery. Right, Kelvin's bundle is up here. I showed it the other day. It was, I think, all going to America, but the amount of postage was too much, so I combined it for him. So he's got quite a bit of Lego. He's got an Xbox jacket and a teddy, along with a Xbox One game there. So that sold for £55. On the Matsui shelf, we have a Dualit toaster and a Cousins fondue set in red on the Matsui shelf. So that is this. And then I have a toaster down there, which we'll have to come back for. So when I got this, it had 6 spiky, prongy things. But unfortunately one of them was broken, so I had to throw it away. But it has now sold, so it doesn't really matter too much. Right, here is the toaster. And that is on the power cable, there we are. Right, so that 2007 is the last set of the Jazz magazines, I think. So I'm going to message the buyer and just say, look, I got another set. Are you interested? We can get them shipped out before the end of the week. Right, 2 top shelves now. We have a vintage column lamp base for 30 and the Dyson stand for 40. The toaster went for 12 and the Cousins went for 25. Right, The stand thing for the Dyson's up here. Let's move that to there for now. That's this. So this is like a little stand that you put your Dyson vacuum cleaner on, and it charges it and whatnot. Whoa. So that can just stand there. I paid 20 for that. I overpaid for it, but I did get 40, so technically I doubled before fees. And then we have a candlestick. That should be this one right here. I paid £5 for this. This is not a very decent one or anything, but that sold. How much did that sell for? £30. J1 and R1, we have a sauerkraut bunch doll and a Fantastic Four. J1 and R1. Now we can get down here. J1, here's the creepy doll. And then in R1, we have, here we go, this little figure here. He's cool. One thing I was never into was superheroes, so I have literally 0 Scoobies about what that is. Right, we got one more thing on the fan shelf. The Magimix I spent £30 on the other day in the car boot video, sold for £120. That really nice clean one. This is also sold this morning for 75, but we don't have to deal with that yet. Right, so this one over here, there's the top. Let's move the puzzles out of the way for now because they're going to get damaged otherwise. We're dropping stuff on the floor, making a right old mess. And we just need this base now. Should be able to pick it up from that without it breaking. Famous last words, Jay. Right, £120. It was up for £150. They sent through an offer at £120 and was like, since it's Christmas, will you give me a discount? And I was like, since it's Christmas, yes, accept. They were happy, so was I. 30 into 120. You can't complain about that. Right, there we are. That leaves us with 5 parcels to do on Thursday, which is fantastic. So there we are. I really have to crack on. These cannot go in the same box. They're too heavy. I'll have to do 2 parcels, maybe 3. That won't be too bad. The jacket, the stick. This is obviously a vintage sale. The TV, it's actually quite a small one. This will just go in a bag. It's already boxed. Nice big box. That will all go together, obviously. Yeah, the lava lamp and a couple of other bits. Yeah, it shouldn't be too bad. I'll probably be done in about an hour, maybe an hour and a half with that one. So that is great. Right, has my video rendered itself out? It should have done, but I didn't hear it. Normally it starts playing itself back when that happens, but that has not happened. But apparently it is done. So yes, yesterday's video is an hour long, which is crazy. Thank you very much for all of your questions, by the way. The first one has been answered. If you want an answered question, or you want a question answering, should I say, just put in the comments question for the wheel and then ask your question, and I'll start filling in the gaps as and when I need to. Right, thank you all for watching. Like and subscribe. Remember the code here, Sloth1, capital letters, for Crosslist. Get 30% off at sign up, and get your stuff listed everywhere at a click of a button. Right, thank you for watching. I'll see you again tomorrow. Bye bye.